So guys, last class we discussed about a list view, right? So list views, we almost supposed to see the output. So then we close the session. So now see here. So last time we applied the listener also. So now see I'm clicking on here, see position 0 and ID 0. Like this for this is the displaying the position and ID as well, right? So this is about the list view, right? Similar, there are next components. So that we supposed to discuss today. So that for that first I'm creating the project. So for that I'm creating the project name called as grid. So here in a grid 3, grid spinner and autocomplete. So those all we will discuss here together. So that's the reason I'm creating here this project. So this is almost similar as that. So, but there are small modifications as required. So once that project has created, now we will see that. Here project has creating. So let I close this list view last class discussion. Right here, while loading this project here, first I'll create one array. So that array, so that I'm taking as a course. So course equal to, so array of. So like I'm writing the array of what are the values here. So within this first Android. So Java Android. Next Android Java. So next one more Android Java. I'll write like multiple because there is some reason behind this. I'll explain you that. Right. Next for Java. Next one more for Java. Next advanced Java. Advanced Java. Next one more advanced Java. Next PHP. Next Python. So like this, I have written few things. Right. So as usually this we are discussing about the relative layout, right? So we can go with relative layout only. So anyhow, this data binding, I'll apply this data binding. So here I have applied the data binding. Data binding has done. So here now I'm taking this constraint layout to relative, right? We are discussing relative layout. So I'll change that as relative layout. Done. So once this relative layout has created here, now these all are the extra things I'm removing from here. So for this, I'm writing this as a grid example, grid view example. So I'm changing that as a grid view example. And for this, I'll give an ID. So that is Android :ID equal to, so at the rate plus ID, right at the rate plus ID. So that is, this is the TV1, right? Like similar, we will create other components here. So this is the, we'll create grid. So this is the grid view. For this, I'm changing as a match param. So here the text could not be there here for this. So I'm removing that. So next, once it is loaded, we will give relation here. So that is Android colon layout below equal to @ +id. So that is TV1. So it is taking time. But here remaining code is the same, like that we will write here. So where grid adapter so grid adapter equal to array adapter of this at the rate main activity comma. So that we will write the default, that is the Android dot r dot layout dot simple underscore list underscore item 1. So that we will write item 1 comma. So the course already we created that, so that I'm giving here. It's right. Next year we will write that where, not where here. So that is binding dot so grid dot adapter. So we are setting an adapter equal to, so here what is we created, grid ADB that we have to create. Right, this is the grid adapter. So wait, once this is loaded, then we can add. So meanwhile here I'll add next two components here. So this is the grid view. So this ID we will change as a grid, right? So like this, here I have to create two more things. So that is like the similar components, but let UI will create. So coding we will write. So that is the autocomplete. So autocomplete text to view. So for this autocomplete text to view also, I'm taking this, these are all the properties, and I'll add here the. So same, I'll copy and I'll paste below. So for this, I'm giving that as the spinner. The spinner is nothing but it is a drop down menu. So for this, I'm changing as a spinner. So for this, I'm changing as a autocomplete. Right, so this is the below of TV1 and this is the below of autocomplete. So this we will change as a small here, even for this ideas I'm changing it. this. This here we have to keep. So here it is the spinner, right? So below we have to give here instead of the STV1, here I have to write this as the spin, right? So this we will here. So this we will change as a small, and here also change as a small, right? Like this. So I have added that autocomplete text view, spinner, and a grid view. So these three components I have added. That is almost done, but it is taking too much time. So even for these two also, it is similar. So this, I'm changing that spinner, spin ADP, spinner ADP, spinner adapter. So this same, here we will replace, and here it will change as a spin, right? So this is auto ADP, right? So this will write here auto ADP, right? So this is auto complete, right? So once this is loaded, we will write the listener for those because listener will normally it will write. So it is taking time, but meanwhile, how the practice is going on? How many has started the practice? No one has started the practice. Okay, almost it is done. So now here I'm adding the first data binding. So that is here. So after this Kotlin options. So that is data binding. Enable equal to true. Right. So once we added the data binding, let us sync this. So here meanwhile we'll write the binding. So that is where binding column. So that is activity main binding. So we'll handle nullify condition. Right. Here we will write that is binding dot binding equal to data binding util dot set content. Right here we have to write this context. Right. Yeah. So once this import has done, we'll see. So we will import this. So one thing is imported, import data binding has done. So like similar, we will import other. So activity main binding spelling is correct and why it is not done. Bar binding colon activity main binding. So equal to nullify function. Sometimes if spelling mistake also it won't come. That's the reason I rewrite this. So meanwhile we will add this array adapter. Now it came. So import has came for that. So now for this array adapter also. It can write dot or dot. So this is a simple list item one. Score one. That's the reason it should. So this is the predefined, right? So for the three places also, I have written this predefined three places. So import has came. Done. Right now, we will write here that right. So for binding autocomplete here, there is a little bit difference for this. So this we have to write here. It is a set adapter of this. So there is a different syntax for this. Remaining everything should be the same. Right, for only this autocomplete text view, we have to write a little bit different. Why this import is not happening? Okay, so now we will apply the listener for this. So every place we will apply the listener. So that is here. So first I'm applying the listener for this. So that is binding dot grid dot. So this for this last time, what is the listener we applied? The same listener, that is on item selected listener. So that I'm writing here on item. So just a minute. Once it is come, so that we can able to see that properly. So on item selected listener equal to, so this is not generating. That's the reason I'm writing this. So object dot for this object is not directly, it will come with the parameters. So set on item click listener, this it's supposed to import so that it will come automatically. Now it is come set on item click listener. So here we will write the toast. So toast dot make text this at the rate main activity. So here just I want to display the position. So whatever the position is coming. So from there, I'm just displaying the position, then toast dot length long. So I'm displaying the length long. Finally, it's a dot show. So this displaying like this, right? Now for this, we will apply the listener for this. So the listener is here. Now for this binding dot. So there is a different listener for this because so once the item has selected, that can come down, that has that will be created on the up page, like it we can say has that is once we select that, so that should come in the first position. So that's the reason for this we have to apply different listener. So that is the spinner dot so set on item set set on item. So that is the selected list. It is not coming. That's the reason I'm waiting to come that. So that's the reason it is waiting on item selected list. So equal to object colon. So within this object here, now we have to write that adapter view dot on item. So that is a issue has came on top. That's the reason it is not come. That is on item. So selected on item selected listener. So this is the listener we have to apply for this on item selected listener. So within this, like see, when any time any syntax error will come, just select complete, cut and repaste that, so that the syntax errors will be gone and it will be like it will be work properly, normal case. Right. So here now it has two methods, two override methods. So one override method we have to write that. So that is override one, override one. So that is the so an item selected on item selected on item selected. So that is with reference of the parent colon. So that is the adapter view with reference of the above adapter view. So it has to write. So that is the adapter view. Comma. So here for this, it is the view column view. This normally supposed to generate automatically, but it is not generating. That's the reason I'm writing. Next is the position. So position colon. So the position in the form of integer. Next ID, that is in the form of long. So that is the ID colon. So ID colon. So that is in the form of long. So this is the first method. Like this has two methods. So override two methods it has. So one is the this. So it has created like this. So then after this here, override one, override one. So that is on nothing, on nothing, on nothing selected, on nothing selected, on nothing selected here. So this has, so parent colon, that is the adapter view. So this has adapter view. That's it. So in case if we won't select anything, so that can be captured within this method. If any selected, that will capture this method. Yeah. So for this, now we will write the toast. So for both places, I'm writing the toast here and here. So like everything has a save. Right, I have written the toast in place. Right, so this supposed to run, but unfortunately, like I have client meeting at 9:30. So just already they are joined. So just I'll drop off. So this continuation will run tomorrow.